In this video, we are going to see how to create Brevo contact, which was initially Sendinblue, for Webflow form submission. So every time there is a form submitted, what do you want with the information received? You want a contact to be created or updated in Brevo. For this, we will be integrating these applications using Pabbly Connect. So here your trigger application will be Webflow and your action application will be Brevo. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, we have reached the landing page. On the right hand side, we have the options to sign in or sign up. I'm going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user. As I do that, here we have reached all applications page. Now these are the various products of Pabbly. And here we are going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect as we are doing this integration using Pabbly Connect software. Now as we do that, we can see we have reached a dashboard. On the right hand side, there is a tab create workflow. Let's click on this. And a dialog box has now appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here you can give any random name. So what is my objective here? That every time a new response has been received through Webflow form submission, then automatically a contact should be created with the information received in Brevo, which is Sendinblue as well. So now I'm going to name it as create Brevo or Sendinblue contact for Webflow form submission. Now let's click on create. So as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the response of my trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application here will be Webflow. Let's click on this. And now the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make this workflow run, and here it would be new form submission. So now here you can see we have received a webhook URL. So this is going to act as a bridge for connecting Webflow and Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to copy this, and here we have to follow the following help desk. So here I would request you to read this carefully, and now let me show you exactly what we have to do. So first of all, I'm going to take you to my Webflow account. I have already logged in. Now once we have logged in, here it is asking me to go to the dashboard and go to the project settings. So I already have created two projects here. So this is the project. I'm going to click on this, go to settings here. So once we reach here, now what is it saying? It is saying click on the integration tabs. So here let's go again, let's click on integration. And then here it is saying go to the webhook section and click on the add webhook button. So now I'm going to take you down, and here you can see webhooks. So I'm going to click on add webhook. And here first of all we have to enter the trigger type. So this is form submission. Now here we have to paste the webhook URL that we have received from this. So I'm going to copy this and paste the same here. Once done, let's click on add webhook, and here you can see our webhook has been all set. Now once this is set, here we can see it is asking us to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So now I already have created a form here. Let me show you the same. So this here is my contact form. So what I'm going to do is, since the integration is all set, I'm going to fill up this form. So let's say the first name here is new and the last name is demo. Then we have the email address here as newdemo@pabblytudes.com. This here is the phone number. So I'm going to write +91 and then the number. Let's click on submit. So your submission has been received, taking you to Pabbly Connect. Let's see if we have received the response here, and yes, here it is. So this here is the site, name of the form, phone number, last name, first name and email address. So this here is the ID. Now once you have received this information, with this information we are supposed to create a contact in Brevo. So now I'm going to choose my action application as Brevo here. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be create or update contact. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Sendinblue account. I'm going to select add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need this API key. For this, first you have to log into your Sendinblue account. I already have done that. And then you have to click on this hyperlink. So let's click on this. So once this is done, I'm going to click on API keys, and here I'm going to generate a new API key. So here I'm going to write Webflow key. And now let's click on generate. You can give any random name here. And here is the API key. So I'm going to copy this, take you back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here, and let's click on save to set up this connection. So as we do that, here we can see the connection is all set, which means that Brevo and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Now here we have to map the information, contact, email, list, etc. How do we do that? So first of all, as I click on this, you can see the previous step, and here I'm going to look for the email address. This here is the email address. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written the same email address manually, then even when I had received a new response with new data, here only the manually written data would have been published and not the new data. So to avoid that, we map the information. Next is the list. So let me take you to my Brevo account. So here I'm going to take you to contacts. So there are lists. So here you can see that a lot of lists are already created. Now it is on you which particular list do you want your contact to be added in. So here what I can do is I'm going to create a new list. Let's say here it is Webflow submission. Okay, Webflow submissions. Create an empty list. So here I have done that. So my list is all set. Now let me show you that the list is already there, listed in the list corner. So now here you can see Webflow submission. This is the list. So now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly refresh this once. And now I'm going to look for this. This is the list. Now do you want to update contact? No, I just want to create contact. So here now you have blacklist, readers, clickers, last name. So here I'm going to enter the last name. Let's go to the first step once again. This here is the last name. Then we have the first name. So here is the first name. Then as I take you down, so do we have this information? No. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we can see that we have received a response. So now I'm going to take you to my Brevo account. And here we can see there is a new contact. Let's click on this. And yes, here you can see the new contact has been created. And then which list has it been added to? Webflow submissions. So this means that our integration is a success. But we also need to check the same in real time. So now once again, I'm going to take you to the Webflow form. So let's fill up the form. Let's say here the first name is dummy. Then the last name is new. Then we have the email address dummynew@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the mobile number. So it is +91. Okay, now I'm going to click on submit. So you can see the form has been submitted. Now I'm going to take you to my Brevo account, and here we are going to go to lists. So as we do that, here you can see that yes, Webflow submission is showing 2 contacts. Let's click on this. And as we do that, here you can see that another contact has been created. The name is dummy new. And here we have got the details, and this has been added to again Webflow submission. So this means that our integration is a success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger application is Webflow, where the event is new form submission, and our action application is Brevo, where the event is to create or update contact. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.